What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Thriller here, and we are recording in my dining room right now, and it's very echoey. So if it sounds like that, I apologize. Also, I am going to stick to using my one computer for right now, just because it just seems like you guys don't care too much about it being on one computer, me going back and forth, which is awesome. Still, let me know your thoughts in the comments. But we are taking on Zach McBuckets and the Anaheim Azumarill for JDL World Shins Division Week 1. And this is really insane matchup because it's basically Sun v Sun. Because I'm bringing the Sun when he has a gouging fire. Does that sound stupid? Yes, I know. Do I still do it? Absolutely right. But very interesting team that Zach's got here. He has got Gouging Fire, Corviknight, Clefable, Regieleki, Keldeo, Sinistcha, Krookodile, Hisuian, Avalok, and Snorlax, with Terracats being that Regieleki and Hisuian Avalok. In terms of what I think his team is going to be, we can see right here, I think the Gouging Fire makes the most sense because, I mean, even with I don't bring Sun, it's still a fantastic Pokemon. I think probably a Terra Grass or maybe Terra Flying Regieleki makes a lot of sense in this matchup. Clefable, I think, just to be able to shut down a couple of things, but I could see the reason of Clefable not being brought for reasons as well. Snorlax, I think, just makes the most sense defensively. I could see something like AV. Definitely. After watching Shroom Raver versus J Ricky, I know the power now of a heat proof Sinistcha. Now, be granted that was Terra, but still, I saw the damage that it was doing. I'm terrified. And then Corviknight, I think, is also just a really good defensive mon. I could see Corviknight swap out. Potentials I could see from my opponent is still the Crocodile. The Crocodile still has a fair chance. And if Regieleki is not going to be a Terramon, I would not be surprised to see Terra, Hisuian, Avalugg potentially in this matchup as well. So that is what I'm expecting from my opponent. And let's talk about the team that we're bringing this week. We're bringing Raphael this week. To set up Sun is very much here to stop setup and to just either get burns, chip things down, and spread yawns, and just support my team. Now, I've done the best I can to make it to where this team doesn't fully fit out in Sun, but can work outside of Sun very well. We have Yawn there just going to be able to hopefully spread out some sleep paralysis or just be able to just switch things out, which is really good. Pretty much especially defensive, so I take on most of the special defensive here. 96 and 8 defense and 8 special attack, just for a little bit of offensive capabilities here. Up next, we have Robinson. If you guys don't get the reference, it's the T Rex from Meet the Robinsons with the like I felt like that was just the perfect name. We're going modest this week. We actually have enough speed, I believe, to outspeed Gouging Fire and Crocodile at +1 speed and I believe everything else. We also could outspeed Keldeo. I could be wrong, but even then, Keldeo doesn't really do much to me anyway. So we're going max offensive this week, and we are actually going with a special attack boosted nature, not speed. And I think that's definitely a bit of a risk, especially if he does bring speed, gouging fire, which is a possibility. But looking at this moveset, there's nothing he can really do to switch in on this thing. This thing just literally claims KOs constantly in this matchup, which is super good for us. And Flip Turn's just really good momentum as well. I'm next with my boy Groot, the Venusaur coming back this week. 104 HP, max special attack, modest enough speed to outspeed. Like I said, the Croak and the Gouge of Fire. We have Sleep Powder, and I'm taking a bit of a risk with this set because I think Sleep Powder makes a lot more sense. We have Weather Ball to be able to check things that we can normally hit. Sludge Bomb just to be able to spread out potential poisons, just hit things hard. And then Earth Power, which is specifically made to be able to hit that Gouging Fire for super effective damage from a Sludge Bomb into Earth Power, which always KOs. Up next, we got my boy Yabba Dabba Doo, Flintstones reference, if y'all are famous with it. With Choice Band this week, we're actually speed boosted Tusk in the Sun, so we can actually have speed advantage into this matchup. Because if he's Adamant Gouging Fire, I believe we do outspeed an Adamant set. Close Combat, Headlong Rush, Earthquake, and Knockoff. Pretty much everything that is very much not unresisted onto his team. Once the Sinister's is gone and Clefable is pretty much weakened, Close Combat spam just destroys my opponent's Ross. Now, if obviously if it is Terra Flying or Terra Grass, Regieleki is something that we have to be very much mindful about in this matchup. But I think this Tusk can really do a lot of work. Knockoff's also just a free hit to really get to do some big damage off and also just remove items. I'm actually Chi Yu here with Sub Nasty Plot. I think Sub Nasty Plot is a little bit of a weird set here, but I think it really good because it stops any potential Thunderwave shenanigans from my opponent, which is really good. But also, just look if I could potentially get past sub and get a free nasty plot in front of something, and then just get sun boosted fire blasts, it's going to be really hard. We have enough speed to outspeed the Crook and Gouging Fire and 64 in HP, max special attack for the rest. And up next, we have our Terra Captain Crescent this week, the Cresselia, Moonlight, Thunderwave, Calm Mind, Stored Power. This set is physically unwallable unless it is a stored power, unless it is Taunt and is a pressure stall, a Corviknight set. Otherwise, this set basically wins. Store Power goes through Unaware, so basically the base damage of Unaware cannot be affected by Store Power, which is really, really good. We are 136 HP, max Fizz Death Bulk, 116 special attack, 4 instant death. We went with max bulk so people take on the Gouging Fire outside the sun and potentially inside the sun as well, especially if we get a Calm Mind up. But outside the sun, this thing can just win on its own, which is really, really good. We have Terra Electric to stop any Thunder Wave shenanigans and also to have no weaknesses. So, very much looking forward to this matchup. I think I faced Zach before, and I might have picked up a victory over him. I could be totally wrong. And I forgot to put in his team name. I'm a bad person. Hold on. Professional, you are seen right here. Actually, just before the battle, I was actually having a really nice, cool conversation with my good pal God underscore bear on Discord. Uh, Pretty cool dude. I battled him once, and he pretty much kicked my butt. But he is a really cool dude, a very talented battler as well. And we actually will be facing off in a Wi-Fi league tomorrow, breaking the fourth wall because we are playing on a Thursday tomorrow. Today is Wednesday, my guys. Wednesday, my guys. So yeah. Good luck, have fun. So he is Terra Ice. Interesting. He is Terra Ice Regieleki. Very interesting. No Sinistra. Very surprised by that. We do see the Keldeo, which I'm a little weirded out by that. We do see no Corviknight. That's big. But that does now mean that our CRESS does need to get rid of the Crocodile, and then basically we just kind of win, so... So, looking at this lead matchup here, I could pretty much lead just about anything I really want. Like, there's no good water switching on this team. There's really good no dark or fire switchings. Now, obviously, that Regieleki could be a potential problem. The Crook could also be the lead of choice because of the fact that it is potentially probably a Rocks Crook. So I think I probably want to lead with... I think I'm actually fine leading with Regieleki. Your max special attack. Let's just say you're timid. Choice specs. Do you Oko my boy here? Yes, you do. If you're not specs, it's only a roll to knock me out. Yeah, I'm gonna leave my Robinson here. As he actually lead with the Gouging Fire. They were I love that name. That name's dope. I love that. Alright, so we got a couple of plays here. We can either... I love that name. That's really funny. So let's grab a couple of plays here. We can either go for a Draco Meteor, or we could flip turn, predicting him to swap out. We also could just Hydro Steam here. There's no bad play clicking Hydro Steam here, because I think the Clefable always comes in here on this thing. Let's go for Fable. If it's Fizz Death Clef, which I would not be surprised it is. Without Sun, we do 2 KO it. Gouging Fire. Hydrosteam does 2 KO it. I want a flip turn though. That's the thing. I like flip turning here because it catches a potential Keldeo switch in, catches potential Fable switch in, and then what I can just do is go for a ground move as it's not resisted on the part of the team here. Worst case scenario is that he Dragon Dances or goes for a Dragon type move here. That's the worst case scenario. I think I'm going to flip turn here though. He does stay in. That's not good. I think I have to go Tusk here. Yeah, I have to go Tusk here. Not realistically what I want. So he's going to Dragon Claw me here. Do 23%. If he does 23 to me, how bulky are you, good sir? Dragon Claw does 26 to 31. He is not adamant, so that's very good. Oh, is he like no attack invested? He's got to probably be slightly invested, but he's probably decently defensive. I just want to click a Headlong Rush because there's no resistance to this. I also could just click Earthquake here, but I see no switch-ins to a Headlong Rush here. Like, there's literally no switching he has to this, so I'm just going to get Headlong Rush here. This Choice Banded. So this probably tells me that he's slightly defensive. Now, he could be Shookaberry here, and if he's Shookaberry here, that's worst-case scenario. This is definitely worst-case scenario if he's Shookaberry. But I personally feel like he would not be Shooka. He goes into Crook. Okay, we get rid of Crook. Okay, we don't get rid of Crook. What roll was that on Crook? Scarf. Wow, he's gonna have some slight investment, so I'm -1 defense now. Not that. -1. What does Crook have that could hurt me? Aquatail. Think that's about it. If he has Aquatail, and he's Jolly, because I would imagine he had to be Jolly. Aquatail at -1 does 54 to 64% to me. So he never kills me. So I'm just going to Headlong Rush here again. He's going to probably potentially knock or Earthquake me here, but I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm just going to Headlong Rush here because this stops my CRESS. This stops my CRESS from a wing endgame here. If he gets rid of my Choice Band, it's not the end of the world. Now, unfortunately, that will mean he can just click Terra Blast, or like the example, if he sacks this Crook and goes into Regieleki, he knows he just gets a free Volt Switch here because it's like Terra Blast. He can just freely Volt. Actually, hold up. If he does go Regieleki, do I risk it and stay in knowing that he can get a free Volt Switch here? Do I do that? He also shows to be Moxie Crook. He does have the Aquatail, does get a max roll, does not get the knockout there. We get rid of the Crocodile, which is massive. Which means now my Cresselia can seriously win this game now, which is huge. Huge, 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 huge. Did pack the Aquatail. Good prep, though. Now comes an interesting part. Depends on what he wants to go into. He actually goes into Regieleki. Okay. So, we're in a very interesting situation. I have two choices here. I could risk this thing, staying in clicking Volt Switch, or I could sack this. The Volt Switch is so obvious. It really, really is. The Volt Switch is so obvious. I know it is. But do I risk this 50-50? Because I think He will probably not Terra Blast. Actually, you know what he could do here? He could just raw Terra Blast. He could just raw Terra Blast without Terraing here. I think I want to go into CRESS. And I don't think that's a crazy thing to assume. I also don't mind going into my Robinson, because then I can just flip turn. And then just click a free Sludge Bomb in front of everything. Plus, I can gauge the damage if he specs. This is a really risky play. Because if he's enough speed to outspeed me, which he should always be, well, I guess it doesn't matter then if this thing's alive. But if I see an opportunity to try to get a KO right now with this thing here, I should just go for it, right? Plus, if he Terras right now, he becomes weak to some of my Fire Stab. I'm going to risk getting headlong. He did Terra Blast. Okay, so that's good for us here. And now I yawn. I always yawn this turn. And now we'll see if he's Scarred. This is the big thing here. We need to see if he specs. So I could have made the swap there. He's not specs. Okay, that's perfect. That was the information that we needed. That was the information that we needed, which is perfect. Perfect. But now I can calc if he's timid or if he's modest. So that's good information. So let's look at Thunderbolts. Volt Switch. Terra Blast. I really wanted to make that switch there, but I felt like that was definitely very risky on my end. Okay, so he's got the yawn now. So he can just freely click a dragon type move here. And it wouldn't be a bad thing for him here. Oh, quick, check the damage there. Ice. So, Volt Switch to my Torkoal should do 36 to 43 if it's timid. He did 39. So I think that's actually timid damage. Okay, that's timid then. Make note. Timid. Okay. I necessarily don't need Robinson to be faster now, so I can already outspeed everything. So what I think I do here is I always clear Smog here. Or I just Earth Power. I can also just Lava Plume here. He could try to kill my son. I'm gonna actually make a... I'm gonna make the double limit group. Perfect! Let's go! Alright, so we got that 50-50 right. Keldeo. Now, do need to be careful, because Keldeo could potentially have a flying type move here. Let's look at my Venusaur, though. My Venusaur pretty much cooks this thing. Now the question is... what does he do here? I'm actually going to go for a Sleep Powder here. I know that sounds very stupid of me to do. Okay, that's not the worst case scenario since it's a flip turn. That's actually not the worst case there, because since he flip turned there... flip turn from Keldeo with the sun up. Should do... How much damage to me again? 3% max, so that's probably timid. I have an opportunity to go for another sleep powder here. I'm going to go for the sleep powder here. We do connect. I'm going to click earth power here. Do a massive damage. Oh. Turn 1 Wake. Well, now I can just go into this, though. I can freely click a Hydro Steam here. There's no reason not to just click Hydro Steam. It OHKOs to 2 KOs everything on the field. Oh. Oh, that reminds me of the freaking Nihilego from RGBL. If you guys remember a long, long time ago, I might have... Oh, that sucks. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. Tebow. Actually, I didn't realize that name. I like that name. Keemstar. I wonder what these names are referencing to. I think the smart play for Zach here to do is to sack his Gouging Fire. There's no reason for him to save his Gouging Fire. There's no reason for him to sack this. Unless he really thinks he can take down my Wake without Sun. Which, he's a crazy man if he thinks that. He's literally crazy if he thinks that. He actually goes to the Lax. That is definitely Assault vested. Okay. So I should theoretically be able to 2 KO this Snorlax. But the question... Like, again, I can win with my Crescent. My Crescent wins me the game. I still have Chi-Yu. As long as I keep my Crescent around, I win this. I have a shot to win this game. I think I'm just going for another Hydrogen. I do risk a potential para here. AV Lax, definitely the smart bring. Definitely the correct bring, too. Very good prep on his end. Does he go for the Body Slam para? He actually goes for Outrage. Ooh. Well, now I have to just pick off my kill here, which is really bad, because now that just means... So we get rid of Snorlax, which was a kind of somewhat of a threat to us, but wasn't that big of a threat. Like I said, though, Chi-Yu is still a potential win con here. Chi-Yu is still a win con here. In comes a Regieleki. He should always Volt Switch here. So I'm going to go right on my Raphael here, basically sacking it off. It's going to basically come down to CRESS, Chi-Yu, and if Robinson can get another KO. He should always click the Volt Switch. He's actually going to click Thunderbolt here, which is really big for us, actually. I think I'm just going to click Lava Plume here. He should always Volt Switch here. Actually, let me just click Yawn. So he's actually going to click Thunderbolt here. Is now the time I try to pull the trigger. I'm actually going to go into my Azor here. Yeah, I'm going to actually go to my Azor here. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to fire off a Fire Blast. There's no resistance on his team. Plus, we weaken down the Keldeo. And we could get a double out here if we're very lucky here. Because there's no way this Regieleki risk ever should be risked in this situation. 252. Definitely seems like Zach is playing smart and playing less risky, which is definitely fair on his end. A Thunderbolt from him to my Chi-Yu is only going to do 50-something%. So it's a roll to live the hit. But we do Oko him, so I don't think he's going to risk this. He could Volt Switch, though. He could Volt Switch here, but I don't think he takes the risk. So what I think I do is can I live a hit with my Walking Wake? That's the question. Can I live a Volt Switch? Wake. Volt Switch. Volt Switch will do 42 to 49% to me, so it would knock me out. I'm gonna Fire Blast. Please, please, please. That's huge! That's huge! That's huge! That's massive! Holy crud! That's massive. Now I sack Chi-Yu. I always sack Chi-Yu. He's gonna go for the Sacred Sword, get a crit, doesn't matter here. Now I go into my Robinson here. And now we play a good old guessing game. Now, I personally feel like he should know the Draco Meteor's coming. I feel like he should know that the Draco Meteor's coming. So I'm gonna go for the Hydro Seed. He should know that the Draco's coming. Wow, he's scarfed! Uh-oh. Okay. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to Thunder Wave. No, he's just max speed. Oh, no, max speed. So you have Flip Turn, Secret Sword, Calm Mind. Your last move has to probably be Hydro Pump then. Luckily, I am faster. So I'm going to Moonlight here. Perfect. And now I Terra. And Calm Mind now again. Because now, I stop you from Thunder Waving me. Cosmic Power? Okay, now I store Power Spam here. So I'm at +4. Club, Fable, it's Fizdef, +1, +1. Cresselia, +4, +4. We do 97 to 144. So yeah, store power here. Ooh. That's like Spadef. Hold up. Calm. Uh-oh. I got Thunder Wave. Wait, when did he witch? Oh, this is not good. I think we lose, but you know what? Props to Zach, man. Props to Zach. He brought a really good set, man. Ugh. Yeah, we lose. But you know what? It was a good week one. It was a good week one. You know what I'm saying? It was a really good week one game here. And yeah, that's all I can say. It was a good week one, man. He'll be able to out PP stall me here. So I need massive crits. I think I need to basically crit him continuously or get him parried. He is not getting parried. Alright, so he's maxed out too. So basically it comes down to crits. And if I can get hella lucky. I need crits and pairs to win the game. Oh my god. I literally had just called it out. You know, I literally just called it out, but it doesn't feel good when it happens on the turn you say you need it. But Chris is able to pull out the victory, and we are going to win this game 1-0. Partially not deserved, in my opinion. But you know what? GG's to Zach. He played perfect this matchup. He brought the perfect team. I'm a little questioned about the Terra Ice from the Regieleki, but he I think the only slight play I would have concerned himself a little bit was just that staying in Regieleki. But overall, he played very well. He brought a great team, prepped perfectly well for the team. Had one of the perfect Gouge and Fire nicknames, by the way. And yeah, this win doesn't feel fully deserved. I will not lie. We definitely probably did not deserve this win. Counter with the Cosmic Power Clef. That was some fire set. That was a fire bring. Really much respect on that. That is a set that I actually really like as well. And like I did say, it did come down to me critting him. And as soon as I said it, it happened. You know, I don't feel good calling that, but it's the game we play. And I've been on a bit of a rough streak. With having bad luck in games and stuff. So getting a little bit is nice. But GDCU does that. Hopefully we can rematch, man, and hopefully have a less haxier game and a game that's a lot more cleaner. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.